Peace and power. Peace and power, y'all. I'm just gonna play a little music. Hopefully don't get flagged and tagged. You know how that they be doing. I see myself, joy and love. I know myself, I am enough. I see myself, joy and love. I know myself, I am enough. All right, y'all. So what we doing is we're gonna start talking about this stuff. I'm gonna show a link where, and let me just go here, make sure my link is shared everywhere. Hold on. I'm gonna share a link for those of you who would like to join in. I am going to drop the link in the chat. If y'all want to hop on. And then I'm also going to share on YouTube. I mean on Instagram. Hold on. This week has been crazy. I have decided that I do have to make time for my platforms. So I am in the building. I'm gonna cut the camera on in a minute. Just give me a minute. Y'all know I be liking to blaze up a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll turn the camera on. We're gonna talk about a couple of things I seen out in social media today. I don't know if that was interfering with the sound, but I'm gonna, like I said, get my stuff together on my end, invite a couple of people in so we can talk. I really thought I was gonna work today, but I'm like, this is work. Showing up to my own platforms, I have to start looking at it as this is work. If I don't show up and clock in, ain't nobody else gonna come in and clock in. So I'm gonna get this thing shared. Hold on. Now I'm gonna share my live to Facebook as well. Do I want to share the Twitter, child? Okay, let me just get on Instagram first. But yeah, I hope everybody's well. I've been just seeing so much going on, and I really would like to know. And we're gonna answer the question, and I'm gonna play some clips. But I just want to know, when did we get here? Hold on. Nobody asked you to cut my little music off now. If it's live, why is it shut down? Okay. Now I'm finna share my link to Instagram because it's where I originally made the announcement that I was gonna hop on here today. Yeah, they got a beautiful I love us some us, okay? Beautiful. Y'all, I had on some music. Let me crank it back up. So y'all won't have to sit in silence, child. Good night. Okay, y'all, we are in the building. I'm just trying to see.
80% water, right?
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better.
They just gonna ruin my life with that commercial. Okay. I'm adding the link right now, y'all. We're going live. I probably should be having all this stuff set up before I come on. But it's okay. And then I got to design a little cute little sticker and all that. So y'all just gotta be patient with me. Y'all know it's gonna be a time. That is not what I was going for, but it's cool. Okay, so I did add a link over on live, and let me screenshot it and post it. And put on here, link is in story. I'm just trying to get back into working my social media. If you have a platform, I would advise you to do the same. We are shifting and turning. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and get this done. And put on her link in bio. And that way, whenever I go live, this will already be posted and printed up. Oh, link in story. Okay. So I did go ahead and post to Instagram, child. And now the last place we're gonna post will be over on Twitter. Well, last two places, Twitter and Facebook. And we're gonna start talking. I just want people to know that we are live on YouTube. And why do I go live on YouTube? Because this is where the attention spanners are. People who have a longer attention span. Like I said, I'm a puff, and then I'm a turn the camera on. I know my last time I came over here, I didn't have the camera on. Y'all probably like, why she ain't on camera? I really be trying to set the vibe. You gotta set the vibe. Okay, so that's posted. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. Now, this is Instagram. I guess I can just go on here and put we are live. Okay, so how are we feeling today? Motivated? Yeah, I feel motivated today. Okay, so we posted over here, we posted over there. The only other place that I would like to share is oh, never would have guessed it. I'm not calling you. Anyway, just stuff be going left over here. Okay, so where else are we gonna share this at, y'all? Let's share it on Twitter just because I need to. Twitter. Now we're gonna talk about this post, and I'm gonna share the screen so we can see it, and then we're gonna talk about it, and then we're gonna go into how did we get here. Why my Spotify keeps stopping? What's going on? Oh, okay. Twitter.com. No. Okay, so Twitter is being shared to posting over here. We are live. I need to get a place where I can just do all this from one spot. Okay, thank you. Back to here. Let's share the screen. And what we're gonna share, let's make sure ain't nothing over here anybody else can see, child. Let's pause them. Okay, thank you. All right, so we're gonna watch this in a minute, and we're just gonna talk about it. Now, first thing first, I know that nobody's perfect, and no relationships are perfect. We don't know if it's real or not because we're not in the relationship. But we're just gonna discuss what is being said here after we watch it. Where's the screen share? Okay.
Chef. She has a personal stylist. It's my job from the bottom of her feet to the top of her head to maintain her because she is a gift from God. That $250,000 goes into an account that I have no access to, only her, but she has her name is on every bank account that I have and every business that I own. Why? Because again, this is my gift from God. And the way I treat her is me praising God and thanking God. They're not only doing this over there in the Middle East, we're doing this over here too. And there's good brothers that love to maintain their women. Why? Because my money is her money and her money is her money. Who said that to you, God? God. So if you ain't maintaining your woman, you don't have to do it $250,000. But it should be your job to maintain her. Me, I just like to do it big because my woman's a blessing. She's a big blessing. All praises. So if she gets sick, If she's tired, if she's hungry, she's still going to maintain her home and still have enough finances to know if she's disrespected, she can leave and start a business to maintain her and bring more wealth in if she chooses. It's an option for her to do something for me. She doesn't have to. It's not mandatory. But I got a good woman, so all I can say is, oh, praise be the Most High. 250,000 is enough. I pay my wife 250,000 a year. She has a maid. She has a chef. She has a personal stylist. It's my job from the bottom of her feet to the top of her head to maintain her because she is a gift from God. That 250,000 goes into an account that I have no access to, only her, but she has her name is on every bank account that I have and every business that I own. Why? Because again, this is my gift from God. And the way I treat her is me praising God and thanking God. They're not only doing this over there in the Middle East, we're doing this over here too. And there's good brothers that love to maintain their women. Why? Because my money is her money and her money is her money. Who said that to you, God? God. So if you ain't maintaining your woman, you don't have to do it 250,000. But it should be your job to maintain her. Me, I just like to do it big because my woman is a blessing. She's a big blessing. All praises. So if she gets sick, if she's tired, if she's hungry, she's still going to maintain her home and still have enough finances to know if she's disrespected, she can leave and start a business to maintain her and bring more wealth in if she chooses. It's an option for her to do something for me. She doesn't have to. It's not mandatory. But I got a good woman, so all I can say is, oh.
Now, of course, we're going to go to these comments because what I'm saying on Instagram is some bitter brothers, that's what I'm going to say. And no shade, no tea, but the brothers that are unhealed just seem like they're the only people with a problem with this. Because he clearly stated that you don't have to do it 250,000 a year, but it is your job to maintain your wife. Another post he posted, and let me see if I reposted it over here. I think I did. Was when he stated, y'all. Marry a man who wants to be a husband, not one who just wants a wife. A man committed to being a husband is dedicated to contributing and making your life better. A man solely seeking a wife is more inclined to receive, expecting you to cater to his needs. And baby, I said, let me follow this brother because number one, ain't nothing like mindset. You get what I'm saying? When you're talking about who you're partnering with and spirituality and evolution, I'm just looking around on the dating scene and it just seems like we have fetish. Yeah, that's one of those words. It just seems like we have glamorized the struggle of thing. And I don't know why, but it just rubs me the wrong way when you're talking about women and calling them strong and referring to a woman as your rock. Like I say, no shade to the brothers, but it's just like if the woman is your rock, then who is hers? Whose rock is, and just even saying that women are strong, it rubs me the wrong way. Ain't nothing worse than somebody constantly calling you strong and you ain't asked to be. Somebody was speaking on this the other day. They were saying how women are strong because they have had to be strong. And shout out to all the strong women out there, child. I'm resilient. Strong is just nothing that I ever want to, oh, yeah. No, I'm resilient. I can bounce back. But I'm in my soft woman era. And so I don't even want to date anybody that thinks women should be strong. Just coming out of this current cycle, what I realized was, yes, I am a good person in leadership, but does that mean that I want to lead in my relationships? No, I don't. We have had to be so many things, and now I can say the collective consciousness is realigning itself. We're taking abundance course with Ayala Van Zandt, and so what she says is that we have to change how we describe things and the words we use when we are describing things. And so we're not going to say that we're tired. We're going to say we're in alignment. We're getting into alignment. And in order to get into alignment, we have to talk about the things that are impacting our communities and our relationships. The faces of relationships have changed drastically. How can I hide this? Let me just stop. Henny, they just share my little page. And nobody else them do all that. The face of the relationship in our community now has become somewhat a shame. I tell people all the time, I don't see other cultures or races of people, and their men are making videos referring to the women as strong. I haven't seen excuse me. I haven't seen a other culture or race yet that is doing videos referring to the women as strong. I have not. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna come in the living room in a minute. It's just one of those things. I guess I can come on in now. Hold on. I just haven't seen it. I have not seen one. And so it just makes me think on a bigger scale, where are we? If we are, and I'm thinking while I'm talking, I have not seen a Mexican man do a video and call his woman strong. And maybe I'm just not following the right accounts. But I'm just thinking like in terms of over and over again, it's us. And then we're accepting it like it's a badge of honor. And it's really not. Strength is in all of us. That does not make it something that is gender-based. But to be described as strong or as a rock, I'm seeing more and more. It's like, okay, if it's a relationship and I really had to say, well, this is the role I want to play. And we're using this as an example. If you picking and choosing and you getting into a relationship as a divine feminine. We ain't just talking about any old lady. We talking about a divine feminine, a lady that has um been working on her healing, working on self, working on healing, and is doing the work because the work is never finished. When we talking about healing, healing has to continue. I have watched self-destruction on so many levels. And this is inside of my bloodline. And then looking out at the collective as well, there's destruction there because we have removed accountability. People have shrouded everything in secrecy. And this started when we started saying, well, what goes on in my house, stay in my house. That's true. You don't tell your house business, but that spilled over into us hiding a lot of unhealthy and toxic behaviors within our community. And then just letting it fester. And this is for generations. This is not something that happened overnight. And I'm just shuffling my cards. It didn't happen overnight, but at the same time, it happened. And so here we are, 2024, Gregorian calendar. And within this, the women are being described as strong and a rock. And what we gonna do first? Let me just. I'm gonna look up the word strong because I want to be correct. Yeah, I got so much stuff to do. I ain't up on YouTube. Like, yeah, let me get on here. Me avoid my responsibilities. Okay. Strong. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna share the screen. Share the screen. So y'all can see this. The word strong as an adjective. Well, I first want to start by encouraging everybody to use an etymology dictionary. You want to always be using etymology because trying to see what YouTube tab I was on. When you use the etymology, you can see the true definition, the original creation of a word. Let me drop this in the chat. I want to make sure the chat is able to play back. Oh, time's out. Generation activity. Put some timestamps on now. I popped the chat out, but I don't see what. Oh, this is it. Let's see. Okay, so I popped the chat out so I can see it. Hold on, y'all. The etymology. Okay, so this is what strong means. Let me turn the camera off. Because it don't make a difference. Ain't nobody on here. This will find y'all when they do. Think about my videos. They are timeless. So now we're looking at etymology of strong. What just happened? Did I close it? Did I close it? Looks like I did. Oh no, here you go. Okay, so physically powerful of persons, firm, bold, brave, constant, resolute, having authority, able to enforce one's will, of medicines, poisons, powerful in effect, winds, etc. Violent, forceful, severe, of wine, having high alcohol content. The general sense is possessing or imparting force or energy, intense or intensified in degree. I don't know. It's just me personally. This ain't nothing that I want to be called. Let's keep reading. It is reconstructed to be proto-dramatic, strict or rigorous, strong, bold, hard, tight, narrow. It is sturdy. As a noun, one who is physically strong, hence the term only the strong can survive. Okay, now that was as a what adjective? So as a adverb, exceedingly, greatly, strong, strong. Yeah. So I'm just looking at the definition of it all. And it's not nothing that's necessarily a compliment. If you don't mind being called strong, have at it. But all of us don't want to be called strong. And we're gonna look up since we at it. Rock. Stone as a substance, large rockly, headed. What does this mean? Precious stone. Rock is like a sure foundation. Something that gives one protection and security. Cause a source of peril or destruction. As a verb, is to sway, move backwards and forward, cause to sway back and forward, move a child gently to and fro in a cradle, to pull, to tear, move. And so when we're looking at definition of rock too, it's just not. It says the sense of to sway to and fro under some impact of stress. As a verb, it's something that goes to and fro. To dance. Okay. So have rocking rhythm. Action of rocking, movement to and fro. Moving back. So this too, this ain't something that you want to be described as. Okay? It's not a compliment. So let's just please stop. Let me see. Okay. Let's just stop referring to women as rocks and strong. Is this okay? I'm like, can I pull that down? No woman wants to be called strong. Period. And I'm gonna speak for self. I'm gonna say I just never identified with the word closely. And at this point in my life, I am gentle I am fragile. But when things are fragile, or yeah, when things are fragile, when they put the signs on the packages at the post office, they're gonna take care of those packages with a little more care. It's like when you say something is a rock, people throw rocks. They kick them, they roll over them. I just don't see the benefit of being called such. Now we collect precious stones and we might carry those around, but it's still a rock. So sometimes it'll drop on the ground. Just stuff like that. I don't want to be called a rock. So we want to get over here to where, let's see, stop screen share. We're going to go back to the brother. I want to hit one more time.
Feet to the top of her head to maintain her because she is a gift from God. That 250,000 goes into an account that I have no access to, only her, but she has her name is on every bank account that I have and every business that I own. Why? Because again, this is my gift from God. And the way I treat her is me praising God and thanking God. They're not only doing this over there in the Middle East, we're doing this over here too. And there's good brothers that love to maintain their women. Why? Because my money is her money and her money is her money. Who said that to you, y'all? God. God. So that if you ain't maintaining your woman, you don't have to do it 250,000. But it should be your job to maintain her. Me, I just like to do it big because my woman's a blessing. She's a big blessing. All praises. So if she gets sick, if she's tired, if she's hungry, she's still going to maintain her home and still have enough finances to know if she's disrespected, she can leave and start a business to maintain her and bring more wealth in if she chooses. It's an option for her to do something for me. She doesn't have to. It's not mandatory. But I got a good woman, so all I can say is, "Oh, praise you the Most High." 250,000 ain't enough. I pay my wife 250,000 a year. She has a maid. She has a chef. She has a personal stylist. It's my job from the bottom of her feet to the top of her head to maintain her because she is a gift from God. That 250,000 goes into an account that I have no access to, only her, but she has her name is on every bank account that I have and every business that I own. Why? Because again, this is my gift from God. And the way I treat her is me praising God and thanking God. They're not only doing this over there in the Middle East, we're doing this over here too. And there's good brothers that love to maintain their women. Why? Because my money is her money and her money is her money. Who said that to you, y'all? God. God. So that if you ain't maintaining your woman, you don't have to do it 250,000, but it should be your job to maintain her. Me, I just like to do it big because my woman's a blessing. She's a big blessing. All praises. So if she gets sick, if she's tired, if she's hungry, she's still going to maintain her home and still have enough finances to know if she's disrespected, she can leave and start a business to maintain her and bring more wealth in if she chooses. It's an option for her to do something for me. She doesn't have to. It's not mandatory. But I got a good woman, so all I can say is, "Oh, praise you the Most High." 250,000 ain't enough. I pay my wife 250,000 a year.
Okay, so look at the comments. Let's start elevating our relationships to this level. Like you say, you ain't got to be 250,000, but let's start making sure that the women in your relationships are cared for. What's very sad is women are naturally givers, and so they will get in relationships and overgive, and with the wrong person, they will overtake, and then it's women that have been in relationship for years, and the men don't even help with the children. Any of the children's needs, like something as simple as washing clothes or um what else? Hell, cooking. The children gotta eat, right? They'll just never assist with it. And that's so weird. I don't know. I want to talk about it though, so um because we need to learn. Like I said, I don't see any other cultures around the world to where the men are praising their women for being strong and being a rock. I'm sorry, I'm drinking some tea. Well, not sorry. What if I'm smacking? We'll call it ASMR. But I'm over here drinking some tea. It was something else that I wanted to share with you all. Oh, Boro. So I want to share Boro. He is an astrologist that I be cracking up at. It's the one about liars and liars in the zodiac. We're gonna laugh a little bit. Hold on, Boro. Oh.
Sagittarius, Aries, and motherfucking it's hard to do 5. The top 6 in the zodiac. All right. So if we had to rank all of them, these you could put the order 1 through 6, but these niggas is the top 6. Libras, fucking Libras, Leos, Sag, Aries, Pisces, and Gemini. Dumb niggas right there. So who we didn't name? Virgo, Aquarius. Damn, all the fire signs up there. Fire signs, you lying. Taurus. It's an element thing, yeah. I'm telling you, motherfuckers be lying. I can tell you why all 6 of them signs lie, though. Like, we could break this down. Libras lie because they're too relationship. Some Libras is they just too soft to be direct. They too soft to be direct and just be like, yo, I fucked her. I cheated. Damn, I cheated. What the fuck? What we gonna break up now? What we gonna do? What? Libra's scared to do that. Libra's so scared to do that right there. So Libra just scared to is the non-confrontational sign. Libra will really lie to not have confrontation. So that's Libra. Then Leo? Leo lie because of their ego. Ego just be big as hell. Like, shit. Yeah, when I went to the audition, they was like, they said they never seen nobody knock out the audition the way I did the first time. They actually said, no cap, bro. They said Will Smith was in the back and was like, and he was asking about me. He was like, yo, who's that? That motherfucker remind me of me when I was first auditioning. They said they was trying to find me to talk to him, but he was busy. He had to go. Bro, I put this on everything. What I got to lie for? You just telling me I'm talented last week. I'm telling you what happened when I went to the audition. I'm dead. Leo, it'll be their ego and their awareness that'll drive them into lying about some shit or protecting their self-identity. That's why they'll lie. Aries lie. Now, Aries is the cutthroat. Aries is the Aries the liar that they ain't lying to you because they considering anything. That's the reason they lying, because they just don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about how you feel about anything. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Aries that don't lie don't give a fuck. He's like, yeah, I cheated on you, so what? We still going out to eat tonight? So Aries don't give a fuck whether they cheat, whether they lie or not. It's just that if they lie, they're lying because they just don't give a fuck about how their lies is affecting things in a relationship. It's like, so what? What did I lie to my wife? So fucking what? What? Damn, y'all niggas be always, man, y'all niggas be trying to make a big deal about everything. Damn. It's like, Libra, Aries. You be lying to your wife. It is a big deal. It's like, nigga, it's my wife. It's my wife. If another nigga lie to her, I could lie to her. Aries say some shit like that. Nigga, I could do that. You such a bully, Aries. Aries, you such a bully. You such an emotional bully sometimes. Gosh. So we got that one. What the one said? The one you on fire tonight. Aries believe their own lies. Yes, they do. But Aries is not. I realize Aries is like they're the worst liar, though. They're the worst liar. Like, they're not good liars at all. They're not good liars. But yeah, Aries lie like that. It'd be funny when Aries. It's hilarious when Aries get caught in the lie, though. That's the most funniest shit right there. These niggas could be red-handed at court, about to get sentenced and everything. Judge like, Aries, motherfucker, about to go to jail. You got any words for the court before I sentence your ass? Look, Your Honor, let me just tell you this right now. I know they done found that evidence in my fingerprints. I'm telling y'all, I don't know how any other way. Look, that's the problem. Look, don't pay attention to the evidence. Like, fuck you mean don't pay attention to the evidence is corrupting your minds. It's like, Aries, this not working. That we in court. That's why we use the evidence. I know, but I'm just saying, Aries, this is that cardinal fire shit. Now you in court. That cardinal fire shit not working, and you're not about to create a new way of seeing things and think we all finna see that. You seeing what you seeing, lying ass nigga. You about to get sentenced. It's over. You might stop lying. This is your last words. You want to lie in your last words? You might go to jail for life. You might as well be a little truthful here. The case over. It's done. She's not gonna say that you innocent. You going to jail. Aries will try to lie, be in the press conference. This is a celebrity Aries. This is a celebrity.
Hey, man. Where is the lie? Okay. Woosah. If I knew astrology earlier, it would have benefited me greatly. If you don't know nothing about astrology, and I ain't talking about your horoscope, I'm talking astrology. Baby, you doing yourself a injustice. Y'all know I be making up words and shit. No. Okay, so let's get back to the video. I can't even figure out which tab. Okay.
Celebrity Aries, they do an interview in jail. All right, we got this rapper. We got an interview from. So how's it been? How do you feel since they, you got prosecuted and this, that, and third? Like, look, let me tell y'all something. Is y'all hearing me? Y'all can hear me? The world hearing me right now? I'm telling y'all, this is all conspiracy. I'm telling y'all. All right, Aries, what about the evidence? They said they found your DNA. They said they found everything. They said they found you on camera. They actually have your whole family testifying as witnesses, your daughter, your son, your grandmother. What do you say about all that? Look, first of all, my grandmother be lying like a motherfucker. Y'all saying I'm lying. She be lying like a bitch. That's why we used to fight sometimes. You ain't tell you about that? I used to fight Granny. Well, yeah, they told us you used to fight everybody. All right, but me and her, we used to get into it, though. All right, she got a good left hook. I ain't gonna lie. So Aries a lie with all the odds stacked against them. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. I know I got some Aries women in the chat that got some Aries ex-boyfriends. I know y'all dying right now. I'm a Libra. My mama Gemini. My older brother a double Aries. We all some lying motherfuckers. But Aries lies so bad, me and my mom be having conversations like, this nigga is a bad liar. How you got two liars calling you a bad liar? They just all fucked. Aries just, you niggas is bad lies. I'm sorry, it's just bad. But it's y'all bad lies because y'all don't give a fuck. Mars don't have time to be trying to like dress up the lie. Mars don't got time for that. They don't got time, nigga. I'm a lie. I don't got time for thinking about how good the lie is gonna be. All I know is that I'm not telling the truth. That's all I know. After that, I don't need to put no fucking sophisticated lie together. I just know I don't feel like telling the truth.
And say, man,
and nobody's gonna make me tell the truth. Aries.
Then on top of that, don't get mad if you can't move past the lie quick enough. Okay? But I digress.
Aries. That's Aries liar. Who's next? So we did Libra, we did Leo. Yeah, Leo, the ego. Aries, because they don't give a fuck. That's why they lie to you. Pisces.
Oh.
Sometimes I don't know what the fuck Pisces be thinking when they lie. I don't know what they be thinking when they lie. I don't know what they be thinking about. And one time there was a Pisces girl I was damn near in love with. But I knew she fucked with one of my niggas a long time ago. But this was mad long ago. This was way before we even knew each other. We didn't even know each other. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't really care. And then, like, just when I was about to make her my girl, she just told one day we was drinking and you can't be, water signs, they start drinking. And out of nowhere, she's like, I didn't do nothing with what's her name. Out of nowhere, family. It crushed my heart. Because I wasn't even gonna ever press her, ask her about that. I wasn't gonna hold that against her. I didn't know her at that time. It's my man's, but it's not my man's. It's my man's, but it's not my man's. So I was just looking at her like, Pisces hoes. Y'all always fuck it up. That's why I be scared to like y'all. Left such a bad taste in my mouth, family. Lie for no reason. What was the lie for? For what? So Pisces lies be because they fucking head be in fucking la-la land some fucking times. Because their head is dealing with too much damn 12th house Neptune energy. They assume too much. Pisces assume way too fucking much. And sometimes their assumptions lead into little white lies. Sometimes their assumptions lead into them thinking them telling the truth is going to turn into this and that. And that's all that potential energy in Pisces' head. And Pisces like, yo, calm the fuck down. Be direct. Be 1, 2, 3. Stop letting all this potential energy and outcomes that have not happened cause you to start expressing yourself in a non-genuine way. All right. So that's why Pisces be lying. They head just be in la land. They be assuming too much things gonna happen, this, that, third. Okay, let me just lie to make it better. No, that ain't making it better, Pisces. So that's the Pisces liar. And Pisces will lie about some shit that'll be hard to keep up with too. Pisces lie a little bit like Libras, a little bit, like the passive lie, like Pisces set themselves up like they'll tell like a Pisces woman could be dealing with a nigga. What time is it? It's 11. Okay, we could talk crazy. Pisces could be dealing with a nigga and like, let's say the nigga don't be like, she don't be getting off when they be doing their thing, right? She enjoy herself to a degree, but she don't like, she don't go there. That nigga probably think like, oh, yeah, how was that, babe? You good? How was that? You all right? I was putting that on you, huh? I'm putting that on you, babe. She's like, yeah. Whole time she's like, yeah, I came like 4 times. Like Pisces will start lying like that. So it could be lie. It could be those type of lies. Once again, little white lies, and then it start like the nigga start catching on. Nigga going dumb hard. She just sitting there like, Then they catch eye contact. Now you gotta keep up with your lives now, Pisces. Now every time y'all doing it, you gotta act like this nigga is fucking rocking your fucking world. He's like, how many times this time? You said yesterday, the other day you said like 3-4 times that I broke the record. Now this nigga getting the ego. I broke the record this time. Huh? Like what was it? Like today was like 5 because you was going crazy. I think it was a little bit more than last time. Now you got this Leo, Libra, fucking, this Gemini nigga had gassed right now. But he gonna be disappointed as fuck once he find out your ass is fucking lying, Pisces.
So this is a channel I like watching. He be cracking me up because he gonna roast his side and he gonna roast everybody else's. And so it was so funny. But he did roast Sag at the end. We ain't gonna watch it. We're gonna keep pushing because y'all know YouTube like to flag your channel and stuff. Unfortunately, you can't just be on people's pages playing the material just to show nobody else. They put out kind of copyrights. I just don't feel like dealing with it. And y'all go ahead and subscribe, like, and share so that I can get monetized. This channel is like 10 years old. There's no reason I should be monetized. Y'all got so much content. If you want to really learn some shit, go to my old videos. Y'all, matter of fact, let's share it. Y'all know I'm going now and start fussing. Y'all know all the videos. It's like, yeah, why am I not monetized? All the content I done brought y'all. Right here up on the videos. Go to the oldies. Start with the history. In order to know where you're headed, you have to go back in history to see what happened. It's very unfortunate that we don't like to read. And so now we're looking at the relationship stuff, but the reality is the reason why we're here where we are now is because we don't know the history. You don't know that you're at home. You're raising your kids, telling them they used to be slaves. You're claiming Africa. Don't speak not one African language. This is your home. So what I did to build my platform was we started out in history. We dug up all these books and papers, and we started reading them. This is when you were at war with people colonizing America. This is your home. And so they came in, we go into the religion, some of the religious practices. They have really, really did a number. And then these videos, y'all let these sit. This one got 2,000 views. Okay. These should be trending right now. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and chop them up and put them over there on, what do you call it? What is the thing? TikTok. I'm going to get an AI and get them on TikTok. I'm going to chop them up. But these are all books and readings, information that is very pertinent to where we're going. And then on top of that, it restores your value in self, us as a collective. If you don't know who you are, how can any of us start to value each other in relationships? And that's the thing. It's like, look at the state of relationships. You have the women literally breaking down over time because of the undue stress and helplessness inside of relationships. And this is at the hands of brothers. Most of the people I know talk to brothers, are married to brothers, have only been in a relationship with brothers. And the roles have reversed so much to where now we're calling or referring to the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is people that's been doing the work, healing. You cannot be divine when you broken and torn and scarred. You have to do some healing. It goes for both divine masculine and the feminine. And those are us that know that the work is never complete and we're constantly working and improving on ourselves so that we can show up better as a collective or for the community or for our families on a smaller scale. But the foundation would be to know who you are. You don't even know who you are. And so the content is here. It's all here. There is no reason, and I'm gonna go ahead and speak it into existence in 2024, in the new year 2024, and I mean nature's new year, which is spring. I am claiming my channel to be monetized. Maybe that would encourage me to stay, present. I have to go where the money go. I am going to start back teaching this year people how to trade and how to do the things I do, garden and stuff like that. Right now, we're just focusing on relocating though. And so none of that will be coming until we get settled on the other side of the Mississippi. So keep that in mind. But just go over here, share these videos, sit down with your children and watch them. Well, look at them first by yourself. You never know how I'm acting on here. And we can do this right here.
Hello, I'm William Attlee, and this is a news brief with truth. See the men on the screen. They are the ancestors of the African American, but there is a problem: their true identity. Thomas McNeely has the story.
Well, William, the African American community is deeply divided due to the tagline, African Americans ain't Africans, which can be found in numerous places on the web. Now, it should be obvious as to why it's causing a commotion, but if it escapes you, let me explain. The current American education states African Americans were brought to America as slaves from Africa, which is simply not true. They are American indigenous, not descendants of Africans. As they say, the truth is stranger than fiction. Although this fact isn't spoken of openly, it's not a secret. However, with programming such as Roots, 12 Years a Slave, The African American Story, and The Book of Negroes, is it any wonder why so many African Americans are confused? We won't address all the misleading DNA tests being provided to connect African Americans to Africa. So the argument is, do they continue identifying as African Americans, which is a fake identity for them, or embrace being identified as indigenous Americans?
Are there any consequences of choosing one identity over the other?
William, that's a good question. According to African Americans Ain't Africans Facebook forum, identifying as African American is to quietly relinquish ancestral connections to America, connections that go back hundreds of thousands of years. Curious story, but one appropriate for February, which is Black History Month in the United States.
What a conundrum. A story worth keeping an eye on for further developments. Thank you, Thomas. The drawing used in this presentation is from the 16th century book, America being the latest and most accurate description of the New World by John Ogilvy and Arnoldus Montanus. As you may have guessed, the men in the drawing are American. I'm William Attlee, and this has been a news brief with truth. Hello, I'm William Attlee, and this...
So, let's stop the narratives. In order for some stuff to be healed, cleaned, reversed, whatever, you're going to have to stop. We can't continue to go on claiming all of these things that are just not true. Y'all literally are out here celebrating stuff that just is pure foolishness because there's so much truth available. And some of y'all just love the lies. We're going to make sure we acknowledge that. A lot of people are not going to change because to change means you have to look at something fairly. And like I said, it also requires you look at history, what has happened. Um, in the past, there were all these areas where we were flourishing. And they talk about Black Wall Street, but truth is, there's a Black Wall Street in every major city in the U.S. Time and time again, they call you lazy, but every time you build yourself up, they come in and destroyed it. And so that's what happened to all the Black Wall Streets. Also, all the major lakes in each city or state, they have buried historical cities and stuff, and these are rumored to be all the major lakes and stuff that y'all swimming in. Those were the Black Wall Streets. And what they did was use the Army Corps of Engineers, and they came in and made them big lakes. And so that's why on the most big public lakes, there are cities, actual buildings and stuff. I know one in particular in the state I'm from, Lake Lanier. That's a whole city under there. That's why people die so much there, because they didn't tear down the city. They just poured water into it. And so it's just, if we don't utilize the fact that we're home, our power is connected to being connected to the soil that you were birthed from. And so if you continue climbing somewhere you've never been, you don't speak an African dialect or anything like that, you can't even name African flags and countries, and it's over 500 countries over there. You don't know not one. You know the ones that they put on social media and stuff. You have not connected to, and like the man said, they giving y'all fake DNA tests and telling you that you from somewhere else, and also recording it. Y'all giving them y'all DNA, and they are taking your DNA and storing it and using it to make bioweapons and stuff against you. So they're just trying to clear the land, and you're assisting in that by not connecting to history and what really happened. In the schools, they ain't teaching you what really happened. All those wars and stuff you're talking about, those were wars with your ancestors, and they were trying to keep colonizers from stealing their land, and they were successful in stealing it. They put all the records up in these courthouses and locked them away. How we got so much information was when Barack was elected, he released all of the Library of Congress online. How many people do you know go to the Library of Congress and pick something and read it? Only a rare few. And so the impact is if you read it and then you get your children to read it and they get their children to read it, they'll finally know who they are, and they can use home-based advantage in achieving wealth, generational wealth. But until we can acknowledge and recognize that, and we keep going with these programs, and we calling ourselves African anything, if you put in Africa first, that would take away you being American. So why would you be calling yourself that? No other race that aren't from here. Europeans are from Europe. Armenians, all the people groups, they from somewhere else, but they don't put anything else in front of their name. But they putting African American with yours. You the only thing that's hyphenated here, okay? You are home. Stop calling yourself black. When you refer to yourself as black, you have no rights. So as long as you identify with that, they're gonna treat you like they do. And then the other thing is, like, you got the National Archive Centers in every state. This is where you can go and look up your family history. It's free. You can print anything you want for free. Why don't we know about these places? So in those centers, you'll see that your home and your ancestors actually had land and trust and stuff put in place for you. But guess what? You started going into these education centers and learning more about the colonizers' history than your own. So now you living impoverished. They have you literally working till you die because you don't know who you are. You're already rich. You're already wealthy. But you will have to go back in history to find that information. And I just feel like when we are reevaluating the evolution of relationships, when we looking at this thing, it just goes to show how shit show up. Excuse my language, because it's like, okay, now the women are being called strong and expected to endure all types of toxic behaviors from the men, and also being called rocks in their relationship. Don't call me no rock. Don't call me strong. I ain't asked for that. That's why you gotta be careful what you let people say about you, because they'll think they doing something good, and neither of those words, as we just looked up the definition, mean anything positive. It means rigid. I don't want to be referred to as rigid. I'm soft. And if you're looking at nature, no man is trying to lay up with no rigid woman or a rough, hard woman. They want something soft. It's just, let's start reprogramming what we put out there. Let's rethink this thing. It's looking weird. We have been programmed to accept and believe that toxic love or struggle love is the move. And I'm glad for Brother Yada, because there's a lot of men that's on his level and understand that you're able to manifest the life you want to live if you would tap in. How you treat your woman is something definite that will be evident in your life. If you're mistreating her, your life will reflect it. And if you are treating her with care, if you're being delicate with her, handling her like she's fragile, being very delicate, then you will see that reflected in your environment in your home. When we look at the clip, the thing that stands out, making it real for me, is when he was talking about her, she giggled twice. When was the last time, ladies, that you giggled when your man was describing you or talking about you to somebody else? When? It's something to think about. And y'all out here really looking hard in the face, no offense. Aged. You gonna say, black don't crack, but okay. Aging is something different. And when you are putting all of your energy into caring for another individual, especially an individual that is not grateful and also rigid, unchanging in their behavior, then you exhaust yourself. And if you're a female that is in a position to where you're having to be hard, you're not in your creative energy flow. And so your environment is going to reflect all of that, what you're being called. If you're being called hard in a rock or strong in a rock, Your environment is going to reflect that. And I don't care how many flowers you buy. I don't care how many flowers you buy. That's not going to soften up that environment. And so we need to start talking about and getting into the root cause of all this dysfunction that we have amongst us as a collective. On Instagram, the amount of hate or pessimism in the comments, it's mostly coming from men like, oh, he capping or whatever. If he's capping about taking care of his woman, I'll take the cap. She looked pretty happy to me. She giggled twice, okay? And that's just how you manifest. If he's claiming that, and they're both in a frequency to where he knows the value of his woman and keeping her happy, and that will keep him and her both in a frequency of evolving and creating generational wealth, so be it. Let the goal be that we get all of our relationships to that level. Because this struggle of, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no parts. I don't want no parts. See, the thing about it is when you're younger, you attract that which you do not know. If you do not know yourself, then you're going to attract a bunch of people that don't know themselves either. And how that shows up is, yes, I'm crunching ice, I'm sorry. How that shows up is you might enjoy that at first, but once reality sets in, you'll realize this is just not what you really want. Who wants to be in anything that is not in flow with things? Things that are rigid and hard and there's resistance. None of those words identify anything even remotely close to an environment to where you'll be manifesting. And the goal is, marriages are a business. The goal should be to create multiple streams of income and get to the point where you can travel and have fun. We never get there because we have adopted the struggle of thing, and we've looked over therapy, and we have went into an age, like I said, what happened in this house, stay in this house. Meanwhile, all the houses are being burnt down, generally because of the toxicity. And then we have generations of children coming up thinking that the toxicity is normal, and it's not. And then it's just like a domino effect. It shows up in broken homes and alcoholics and drugs and just all this stuff. And then you add in a religion part, which is the religion teaches not change behavior, but to confess, to keep saying, I'm sorry for this, instead of changing. You confess it, it's forgiven. I don't know where this concept came from, because when you're talking about the Old Testament, anything new, you need to really question. The Old Testament talked about a reprobate mind. And so in that is a person who continues the same behavior, but doesn't change the behavior. And then we go into the definition of insanity, to keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. And so when you're looking at it that way, that's what the New Testament is teaching. That you can keep doing the same thing over and over again, and that doesn't promote for healing. It promotes dysfunction. And so that's how I got out of religion. It's just like, yeah, there's no change behavior because there's no incentive to change. There's only forgiveness, and it's cool, but forgiveness does not make for a healed people or change behavior. It just doesn't. It's just one of those things. Well, I say all that to say, we really have to just acknowledge that we have a lot of work to do, and we really have to get to doing the work. We don't really have time to sit around. There's those of us that have young children right now, and thankfully we have been doing the healing. Our children are watching healed versions of us evolve. With that being said, there's a lot of us that are still in dysfunction, and we are connected. And so we have to start talking about these topics. Let's raise the bar on relationships. The evolving or the evolution of it is not giving evolved. It's giving the devaluing, especially when you have songs and music out here that adults, 40 plus year old adults, are listening to, talking about eating man booty. Who came up with this? You have to then, when you listen to a song like that, you have to then ask yourself, what grown executive said, yeah, let's push this song out there on the radio? And what was the motive or the goal of it? They are literally rapping about their booty holes being brown. It's low vibrational energy. Now we know that sex is good. With good sex with a good person, a good healed person, two healed people, that will promote for creativity and offspring, hopefully. But when we're talking about not on a deeper level, just now promoting the men with their legs in the air, that's devaluing. It's giving agenda. You know, it's just like we went from can we talk to you literally announcing your booty hole is brown. How did the music evolve from that to here? Oh, we're going to take it with the shoot. Salt and pepper now. At least they were glorifying the appearance of melanated men. They weren't talking about emasculating or demasculating them and having their legs up in the air. That's something totally different. And so now you have men complaining about women because they feel like they're not bringing that to the table. And it's like the woman is the table, love. She is who will birth your seeds, right? And everybody know money don't bring happiness, but for men to get successful and then complain about women just wanting to be provided for, what's wrong with that? Again, shout out to Brother Yada. What's wrong with that? It gives you hate your mother vibes. You want to take care of a woman like you want somebody to take care of your mom. And the other part of that, the issue is we're coming up, and this is coming from single parent homes, mostly women. And so you've never seen anybody treat your mother like she deserves to be treated. And so the behavior is you expect your woman to be strong like your mama had to be. And you really was salty because your dad went in the home for whatever reason. And it turns into like bad blood between you and your mom. Not visible, but if you go to therapy, that's what it will stand for, like disregard of the struggle. And it's because women were taught, they in their room crying when the children sleep, but we need to be a little more healthy with that. I feel like moms, if you have children, cry in front of your children. Don't have them thinking that you're just this superhero and you struggling mentally and spiritually, as most of the time physically. A lot of women eat their emotions. And then you're teaching your children that this is a good thing. They'll never see you complain or cry. So then they grow up calling you strong and promoting strength and strong and being a rock onto the women that they are dating and dealing with and marrying. And it's a setup for disaster. Like I say, no woman is just out here and her goal is to be strong. They're being strong because they had to be. And now that we're saying, oh, yeah, strong ain't a good thing. We're a little tired. It's wearing us down. Then it's a problem. We're talking about the cycle of Saturn. And so in this last little cycle, what I see is people either choosing to stay in the cycle or they are getting out or off the ride. And if you're in something low vibrational and you decide to stay on the ride, it's going to be years lost due to you choosing to stay on the ride instead of getting off and grounding yourself. What helped me make my final decision is starting to study Saturn. And when it came into Pisces, shattering those delusions or illusions, clearing the smoke, it helped me to see, like, yeah, if you get off the ride, just go on and get off, because when you're trying to stay on the ride, that's your comfort zone. You're used to the ride. And things go to die in comfort. Comfort is what dreams go to die. And so then you stay with, a lot of people stay with people just because they're familiar with them. Familiarity does not make for good business. These corporations are changing and switching around every day. So why do you in your head or in your marriage think that, oh, if I stay here, it's because I've been here for a while. I'm looking out there, I don't want to start over. That's not going to breed for good business. Business is always evolving, disassociating, associating, joining with other businesses, being sold and resold, and everything is just not a good fit. And so when you're looking at marriage as a business, which it is, if you can't build with that person, because it's two people being healed and whole, and they pour into themselves, number one, they're healing, and then that helps you to show up better for your partner. That looks different. Then you can manifest and stuff without hesitation. When we say I'm looking around, I'm like, how did we get to a place where we are glorifying being in a relationship and being lonely, being in a relationship and not feeling seen, being in a relationship and not feeling heard? None of this makes for a healthy sense of creativity. And so you choosing to stay in that thing because you used to it, it's only going to harden you. It's going to harden your journey. It's just like being on a path. They say many are called, and few are chosen, because many will get on the journey and make a pit stop and never get back on the path. It could have been a learning pit stop, something that was supposed to expand and grow you, and then you move on and you choose to stay there because you're scared to move on or you got comfortable. And now you wasted your whole journey on the fear of the unknown. You're not supposed to always know what's going to happen next or be able to plan accordingly. And I use the example when I came here. Oh, I had to pop my neck, child. Oh, gotta release them shoulders. When I came here, it was just me and my clothes and my car. And I didn't really talk to people about leaving because people would get into your business and try to discourage you from expanding. And I remember just working out and focusing on what my life would be like when I got here. And I did that until I got here. And it wasn't easy. There was a couple of bumps in the road, but at the end of the day, it was expansion. It expanded me, literally. It expanded my generations, my bloodline. And so I'm just grateful for that. What if I would have listened to those who said, what you gonna do? Don't go. You don't know nobody. Blah, 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 blah. You have to tune stuff like that out. People will expect you to stay in a box that they've built for you. And hell, a lot of people never get out of their own box, honestly. We're going to keep it real. It's people right now have been in one place their whole life and are afraid to leave, okay? They think the world going to fall apart if they ain't in that one place around the people that they know. It's familiarity. And so, with all that being said, I just want to get on here. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. I'm trying to see, is there anything else I want to share? Hold on, y'all. Sure. Okay. So, yeah, back to what I was saying. I think I'm going to go ahead and go. Oh, I just need to get some work done, and I'm going to do it because I ain't doing nothing else. And then I got class tonight. I got to do my pre-work for class. I'm taking an Abundance 40-day journey with Ayala Van, and me and my closest friends are taking this class right now, and it is just awesome, the amount of clarity. You have to remember that your DNA also stores memory, and so accessing or trying to declutter some of the stuff that was stored in your DNA that was I say generational toxicity. Um, Fear and stuff is passed down through DNA, bloodlines. And so just tapping into healing and clearing those energies passed on to us so that we can manifest effectively. A lot of people been talking about manifestation going wrong, and it's because if you are manifesting on a level where you have not cleared or healed anything generational, you'll keep manifesting the same experiences that some of your ancestors experienced as well. And it goes back to mindset, and that's why it's so key. We're still talking about history, that you go back in history and make sure to see what has happened there. Start asking questions about the elders in your family and how they were living and stuff like that. Because the dysfunction in our community is kind of insane. Like I said, we promote the dysfunction like it's a badge of honor. And I be looking and really, really wondering, how far is this stuff gonna go? I dang sure would prefer my bloodlines not to experience some of the stuff that I've experienced, and especially if it's generational, if it's something that I can heal, so that my bloodline won't have to experience it again. Let's do that. Let's do that. Why would you even want your generations to experience something that your grandfather or his father experienced generationally that can affect your wealth, your mental health, your spirituality? We're just looking at all those things though, and healing all those things in turn starts a new cycle for your future generations. And also it takes away the impact that it'll have on the future, us as a collective, because it still don't count to your generations and how they interact with others. We're not separate. What I was saying earlier is that we took accountability out of our communities when we started hiding everything, and now we have a whole campaign of outsiders making opinionated statements about how we are as a family. And one of the things they put out there is that we don't get married and we don't marry each other and stuff like that. And it's just simply not true. All I know is melanated couples. And so I just think we should take back the narrative and retell our stories from us. Ace of Swords. Okay. So today I pulled the Ace of Swords. And it says, the time is now. In this moment, you now have the power to achieve success. Notice how the hand appears from the cloud and firmly holds one upright sword. Your sword represents your mind and intellect and is surrounded by a quartz crown representing success and victory. In the background, a muted concrete jungle is seen, as in today's society. Often this is where most of our intellect is applied. And it said, at this moment, whatever action you take will indeed have a great great deal of power behind it. There are not many obstacles that the Ace of Swords cannot slay. So as long as you set your mind on victory, it shall victory. Mind on victory. It shall be yours. This is a time of a new view, a period of clarity and conscious understanding. You are the seeker of both truth and justice, and are also prepared for the battle to get it. So yeah, the power is now. I think about the swords as being like your thoughts, and that's why some start coming on here talking about some of this stuff. Let's raise the vibration of our relationships and connections. Um, and let's in the relationships make sure that it is not a codependency thing, but an actual relationship where people are being poured into and built up and stuff. And we're gonna end this with sharing this video one more time. Mm. Okay.
50,000 goes into an account that I have no access to. Only her, but she has her name is on every bank account that I have and every business that I own. Why? Because again, this is my gift from God. And the way I treat her is me praising God and thanking God. They're not only doing this over there in the Middle East, we're doing this over here too. And there's good brothers that love to maintain their women. Why? Because my money is her money and her money is her money. Who said that to you, y'all? God. God. So if you ain't maintaining your woman, you don't have to do it 250,000. But it should be your job to maintain her. Me, I just like to do it big because my woman's a blessing. She's a big blessing. All praises. So if she gets sick, if she's tired, if she's hungry, she's still going to maintain her home and still have enough finances to know if she's disrespected, she can leave and start a business to maintain her and bring more wealth in if she chooses. It's an option for her to do something for me. She doesn't have to. It's not mandatory. But I got a good woman, so all I can say is, oh, praise be the Most High. 250,000 is enough. I pay my wife 250,000 a year. She has a maid. She has a chef. She has a personal stylist. It's my job from the bottom of her feet to the top of her head to maintain her because she is a gift from God. That 250,000 goes into an account that I have no access to. Only her, but she has her name is on every bank account that I have and every business that I own. Why? Because again, this is my gift from God. And the way I treat her is me praising God and thanking God. They're not only doing this over there in the Middle East, we're doing this over here too. And there's good brothers that love to maintain their women. Why? Because my money is her money and her money is her money. Who said that to you, y'all? God. God. So if you ain't maintaining your woman, you don't have to do it 250,000. But it should be your job to maintain her. Me, I just like to do it big because my woman's a blessing. She's a big blessing. All praises. So if she gets sick, if she's tired, if she's hungry, she's still going to maintain her home and still have enough finances to know if she's disrespected, she can leave and start a business to maintain her and bring more wealth in if she chooses. It's an option for her to do something for me. She doesn't have to. It's not mandatory. But I got a good woman, so all I can say is, oh, praise be the Most High. 200.
Yeah, let's get to elevating our relationships on this level. He said that his care for her is his action of praising the Most High. He understands that life comes through her. And so if he is taking some of that weight off her, well, she not having to figure out what y'all gonna have for dinner from day one to year 20. Y'all done been together all this time. Now you're in year 20, and she has had to decide what is for dinner every single night. If she is being cared for, then she can care for you and her children better. But when women are doing all the work, there's no softness there. Then we have so many people that are religious and can't get this concept. Can't get this concept. Submission comes from her being cared for. She can keep her body in shape. She can keep her mind in shape, her spiritual. She can keep her children at ease. Because all the way around, she's being cared for. So that's going to be reflected in the environment. And it was a brother talking on Instagram a couple of weeks ago, and what he was saying was women give what you give them. And so if you're seeing all this conflict and stuff going on in your inner world, she's a reflection of you. You are the leadership in the relationship. And so then you have to look at yourself. Melanated man, what are you giving to produce either the good or the bad of it? If you're seeing all conflict in your environment, where is this stemming from? Another guy said that women treat you how they want to be treated. And there's so many people who have been in relationships and being treated well and never think, let me treat her back this way. And it goes both ways, but we're talking specifically on what I see going on in the world. Like real relationships, real marriages where the women are just carrying it all and just not even having a moment's rest. Can you imagine deciding what to eat for 10 years for the whole house? Can you imagine? And then having to cook it. And then if the other party in the house doesn't wash dishes, they have to wash the dishes. Do you know how much time that takes? You know how much time I spent in my kitchen during the duration of this marriage? It took away so much time. And then I said to myself, okay, well, let me do HelloFresh. That took so much stress away because what I was cooking was in the box with the recipe I already read. And that was that. I didn't have to spend a lot of brain power on figuring out what we're going to eat. And we all know you get tired of eating the same thing. And then it's just like, okay. Not having to think about it. He said she has a maid. How many loads of laundry do women do in long relationships? How many of those loads are done by their partners? All the women I know, they do all the laundry. I'm pretty sure if their partner did the laundry, they would say something because it would be like a badge of honor. Like, oh no, I don't have to wash no clothes. He do that. Thankful, grateful. Just letting her carry it all. And then expecting her to be soft, submissive, and to want to lay with you on top of that. Pure exhaustion. And then we're going to add in the factor in old sage fashion of your person not being what you want sexually. Y'all not even sexually compatible. And she's still doing all this for years and just hanging in there. Let's kill the promotion of struggle love and the fiction or the narrative of thinking that in your relationships you should have to endure and be strong and be a rock. No. Let somebody else do it. From this day forth, I'm claiming soft woman era, and there will be no No friction allowed. If we're not flowing, then I don't want it. I don't want no parts. I say this all the time now. I understand why women go ahead and put their mind on their business and set up their relationships, because after you failed a couple of times, it's like you don't really have a lot of time to waste to gamble away your hopes and your dreams. And a lot of women get into marriages, relationships, and put their hopes and their dreams on hold, and just be solely in service. And then when it doesn't work out, eventually all the stuff, all the bones and skeletons start falling out. You realize, damn, that's 10 years off of my dreams and my goals, caring for somebody that I'm constantly pouring into from an empty cup and just never getting poured back into. And I mean on a mental, physical, and financial level. Like, I'm sage. What I'm not finna do. See, when I was young, I didn't know who I was. But now, yeah, there's a connection fee here. And if I gotta tell you how to pour back, when to pour back, what I need, I gotta ask and beg. I don't want none of that. I feel like a real man to match my personal energy is gonna come in knowing that he has to address a goddess with gifts. When you come to me, come correct. Okay? This is the power of knowing self and doing the work and doing the healing. Come correct. Baby, Jupiter is who rules me. And so what that means is the connection with me is going to be different, because I'm bringing an abundance of luck, prosperity, travel, just good old times. And I'm a Gemini moon too, very smart. And I understand that marriage is a business, so we're going to elevate and expand. And if you decide that you're coming to this table, you need to come presenting gifts. Act like you are approaching royalty. You got to know your bloodlines. That's why we got to go back in history. Know who you are. Who's your family? What part did they play in history? Were they landowners? Did they own farms? Are you going to reconnect to the lifestyle that they were once living that made them successful? People talking about their grandparents working for 60 cents, 25 cents, $25 a week. My dad was talking about something like $15 a week, $8 a week. And people be offended. It's like back then, that was a lot of money. Why? Because money was backed by gold. That was a lot of money. And so, if we're going to get back into anything, let's get back into a high vibration. And women, setting your boundaries, keeping your standards. Anytime you keep on settling, you're going to settle yourself right into the same cycles. Don't settle. Trust that the Most High has somebody for you that's going to know how to approach you, know how to treat you, know how to pour into you, know how to be present, know how to make room for your feelings, your emotions. Women have emotions, and we express. And so any type of male that values women understand that, and they're not going to gaslight you out of your feelings. Make you feel like, oh, you crazy, or it ain't valid. Your feelings are valid. And let's normalize saying when we're tired. Don't let nobody praise you in your breakdown. Folks telling you how strong you are and you falling apart at the seams. Speak up for yourself. And let people know you don't want to be strong. That's not your goal. You want to be delicate and handled well. You want to be handled like a flower. You want fragile care, okay? Don't handle me like I'm strong. That's insane. And honey, if your mama had to be strong, stay away from me. I ain't got time to be healing nobody generational trauma or dealing with it at this point. I'm going to claim that for myself. If you ain't been to therapy or took no classes of no kind, I don't care what you believe in. If you ain't took no classes and you up under leadership with people that preferably going to therapy. If you ain't did no healing since you touched down, graduated high school, whatever, stay away from me personally. We have to start putting our boundaries up, and our standards need to be set high. You put yourself in the way of danger, falling in love with possibility. Anything is possible. You can possibly make it outside of your situation and have your energy a little more lighter. Anything is possible. We fall into these possibilities, and then next thing you know, it's 10 years, 20 years, 30 years of your life, and you have put your journey on hold, your purpose, to cater and to be led by an unhealed person. The math just don't math at the end of the day. I even have spoken to women that were suicidal and married, and just thinking that staying there is okay. No one should ever feel lonely in their marriage. And if it's two people working together, no one should truly even be tired. If it's two people, you just gonna take turns with the work and balance it out to where no one is just extremely wore down and tired. And then you having kids and situationships and stuff like that out of dysfunction and out of alignment. If we keeping it real, you're having children when you are in your lowest self, instead of working on self and then having children in your healing phase. I love for my son that he's seeing the healed version of me. And I'm teaching and talking to him about it along the way, so that when he gets older, he'll know what dysfunction looks like. And he'll also know what healing looks like. Because what he'll never see again is his mom normalizing and living in dysfunction. And just having to, what is it when you so it just became routine. You're not really seeing your parents live. You seeing them in routine. They just getting by and doing what they got to do. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are changing and shifting the narrative, and we are pivoting in these relationships and expecting more. Let's expect more. I don't see no other races. It's out there talking about she stayed down. We've been through so much. I don't see nobody else telling that story. Why has that been attached to the melanated woman? We don't want that. We're intentionally seeking more. And ladies, just because you got children with somebody in a bunch of years, that does not make for success in relationship. A lot of people be trying to hold on to the time they've been with somebody. I know people that have been together 30 years and they are extremely toxic towards each other. If you are in a relationship to where you have to dumb yourself down and squeeze yourself down and stay in these little lines and you want to color outside lines, you are mentally abusing yourself. Period. If it's not pouring into you and making you softer to where your creativity is going to expand the family exponentially, then something is out of alignment. Something is out of alignment. How can you ignore your higher self and just remain in misery and normalize it? I just be thinking like the impact when we see Alzheimer's is at a high. And I just relate that to normalizing this is my normal and just having to suffer through it until you get up out of here. That's insane. No. Let's raise the standard. Y'all, I guess that's enough of my ranting. I supposed to got off here 30 minutes ago. I'm gonna go ahead and go. I got a little work to do. I'm finna do a little learning. Every day I'm learning. I'm trying to free us. And by us I mean the business. Even when you dissolve a business, if it's still common interests, you have to keep those common interests up. And so I'm just making sure that my bloodline is well taken care of and established. And I can't do that if I'm sitting on. I be scrolling sometimes and I get lost in the time. I can't. I gotta stay focused. And so let me get on here on YouTube and go live, and then I'm gonna start working. And when I start working, I feel better because I done did my content for today. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Ain't no more comments. Nobody want to hop on. So I'm going to go. On and go. I hope that your week goes well. I got yoga to do today. I've been loving yoga. It's cold outside. Definitely not going running today. I shared with y'all I had started running 2 miles. It's too cold. I'll be out there sitting in the car, burning my gas up, child. So I ain't even gonna pretend like I'm going out there to run, but I'm gonna do yoga. And I'm getting ready for my class tonight. And I hope y'all enjoy the beginning of the week. Peace and power. Look at this. And I'm out of here.